Bah ouais, enfin, presque. Quoi? Welcome back to Unintentionally Frenchified, your place for all your Francophile content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to hit the bell notification if you want to get updates every time new content is coming your way. Some words are just better said en français. If you speak two languages, you know what I'm talking about when you're speaking to someone else who speaks two languages and you kind of switch back and forth because sometimes you just can't find the perfect word in a different language. So you just kind of pull in words from another language when you want to. Are you guilty of doing that? Let me know in the comments below because I definitely am. Though, side note, mes chers amis, apparently experts really don't recommend doing this. They say it makes your brain lazy, you lose vocabulary words, and when you're speaking in one language, you should force yourself to find the right word in another language. But back to the point of this video, I decided to choose my favorite French words that really don't have the same word in English. I call them untranslatable because they just don't have a perfect word that means the exact same thing. So, if you're ready to jump into the list, c'est parti. Profite. I love this word because the French use it for anything from take advantage, to enjoy, to benefit. It can also be exploit, but in like a very positive way. For example, you can profiter from life. You can profiter from the weekend. You can even profiter from that beautiful bottle of wine. It's like this perfect word that commands you to see the positive, to take advantage of whatever you can out of every situation. So since we're all struggling with lockdown, confinement, mask fever, it could be, for example, profiter from lockdown. Find a way to get the best out of that situation, which is the perfect transition to take a quick break from my list and chat about Lingoda really quickly. Lingoda's online language classes are a great way to achieve something during lockdown. They're pretty much best friends forever with confinement rules because one, you can take the classes from wherever you want, aka your house. 2, you can take them 24/7. So once you're tired of binge watching 100 series on Netflix, you can definitely take a language class. And 3, it's really nice because the classes are pretty small. So you have on average 3 to 4 students. So you get a bit of that social feeling, joining along with everyone. Plus you've got your native language speaking teacher. And at the same time, it's not overwhelming. You're not jumping on a Zoom call with like 25 people where you're kind of lost in the crowd. You get a bit of social interaction at the same time, which is pretty important right now. And to top it off, Lingoda is the #1 trusted online language school. Honestly, it's because the Lingoda method really works. You're not just gonna learn how to order a coffee or ask where you can buy a mask in another language. You're actually going to learn how to boost fluency. So no classes that you're taking in Lingoda are a waste of time. I've been partnering with Lingoda now for almost a year and I'll continue to partner with them because I genuinely think that their method works and I genuinely think that they can help you guys as well. So if you want to feel like you genuinely achieved something during this confinement, take back a bit of control and you're excited about learning a language, then Lingoda is definitely for you. All the details are below in the description box, but you've got a 7-day free trial period so you can actually take 3 classes over the course of the week to try it out for free, so you're not committing to anything. And if you use my code when you sign up for your 7-day free trial, then if you continue on to the next month and you take classes, you get 20 euros off your first month of classes. So get all of that stuff in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get back to our untranslatable words. Empêchement. What a good one. Example. Sorry girls, I'm running late. I had an empêchement, but now I'm here. It's kind of like this last minute, couldn't avoid, didn't plan, not my fault kind of thing that came up that made you late for some reason. But the best part about this word is that in the right context, nobody's asking you what the empêchement was. So for example, If you're saying, hey girls, I'm so sorry I was late for drinks, but I'm here now, and your empêchement was I couldn't find the right outfit to cover up the fries and burgers I devoured at lunch, nobody's gonna ask you why you were late. Everybody just accepts that it was an empêchement. I mean, this even works for colleagues. You don't have a good reason or excuse that you're late for that important meeting with your colleagues and your boss, just rush in saying, I'm so sorry, j'ai eu un empêchement. Works every time. Flâner. This is seriously such a French word. It means just wandering around with no destination, no goal in mind, just soaking up the atmosphere, the streets, the people, and just really soaking up life. Is there anybody who does living as well as the French? Anyone? Can you imagine if someone just paid me or you to be a flâneur or a flâneuse, and I don't know, maybe my next video could be that, just me. We could all flan together around Paris and could film myself just aimlessly walking the streets with no destination in mind or goal. And we can just soak up the feeling of Paris. But seriously, is that a good video topic? Voila. You've probably all heard of voila because it's such a repeated word in the French language that now other languages and people not speaking French will say it. You could technically translate this word to there it is, but voila is used in so many different occasions and different meanings to it that for me, it's like a word that has no definition. You can almost just make it whatever you want it to be. It's used from highlighting the importance of something to underlining a sensitive or dangerous situation, or even something that happens suddenly. I personally use voila quite a bit at work when I've finished a presentation and then there's like that awkward silence on Zoom calls and then you're just like, voila. It's my way of being like, all right, that's it. It's done. Catch you later. Râler. I did an entire video about complaining in French. If you haven't seen it, you'll have to check it out. Râler is kind of like a beautiful mix of complaining and whining that we stick together in a beautiful package and tie with a beautiful negativity bow. But râler is also a noun. While complaining is a national pastime in France, it's almost like a national sport as well. You can't be French if you don't understand the good art and participation in a good whine or a good complaint. And as a recent French citizen myself, I can tell you that I have learned after 10 years to really put aside my aggressive American positivity sometime and just give in to the feeling of a really good whine. And honestly, sometimes complaining, you get it off your chest, it's done, and you move on. It feels very good. And aprov has so many different meanings, like many things on this list, which is why it then is not very well translated into another word in English. So the first time I heard the word aprov, it was on the show Koh-Lanta, which is the French Survivor. I have applied twice to be on that show. Don't you think I would be such a good survivor? I love Koh-Lanta. But anyways, an aprov for me was an obstacle, like a physical obstacle course that you needed to run through and overcome in order to earn enough rice to eat that night on the island. It was very much like an obstacle course. But oh no, it is much more than that. An aprov can be an exam at school, it can be a test, it can be a trial. The word aprov comes from prouver, to prove something. So it's really anything that's testing your mental strength, your physical strength, your psychological strength. I mean, we could say life is an aprov, and we could definitely say lockdown right now is an aprov. And finally, un bon vivant. This as well is a very French word. This is a way to describe someone who just lives life to the fullest. They enjoy the finer things in life, and to the French, that usually means enjoying a really good glass of wine and some really great food. But don't worry, you don't have to be super fancy to be a bon vivant. You just have to be able to live it up and to take advantage and to profiter from everything life throws your way. I kind of think this should be everybody's like personal mission, is to be a bon vivant, because living life to the fullest can really be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be the French's definition of living life to the fullest, but it's whatever it is for you. And so if we were all our own bon vivant, we would probably be pretty darn happy. All right, guys, that is all for this week. Thanks for joining us. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, what words you would have added. There's a huge list of them out there. I hope everyone has a good week. Don't forget to check out in the description below everything about Lingoda, and I will see you guys all next week. Bisous!